It's the end of good music, you know it, thanks to AI. We need to talk. We need to talk about AI. It's taking over not only the world, but all the great things that we love, particularly music. But I wrote another little ditty about this, so just before we get into it. Old Sam Altman wrote a song, A-I-A-I-O, and with the prompt he wrote a song, A-I-A-I-O, with a prompt in here and a prompt in there, here prompt, there prompt, everywhere prompt, prompt. Old Sam Altman wrote a song, A-I-A-O, no, we're all... That's it. From a vocal coach perspective, who's going to want to take singing lessons? You don't need it anymore. All you have to do is just write a little prompt in. Let me get rid of this for a second. We're going to listen to the beginnings of the end of music, folks. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm dooming about this, but from a vocal coach perspective, I'm like, you know, like this is real. I've been kind of putting off doing this because it's been so depressing about like all the AI music stuff, and we'll get into that whole thing in a few minutes here. But you know, I mean, with respect to what is happening on Spotify and, you know, blah de blah, everything in the whole world of AI music. So I'd like to know first what you think about AI music right now. I mean, before I get into this, and then maybe after, because I'm going to bring something to light that when it hit me, I was like, oh crap. I was like, man, I'm like, oh. It really kind of upset me even more. And I was already upset. So I was already depressed, and it just depressed me more. But let's see a few kind of examples of what's happening with AI music. Now, at the moment, what AI is really being heavily used for is marketing and things like that. And if you haven't seen it, I mean, I'm sure you have, but I'm going to just get into some of these examples and why it's worrying overall. But let's just get into a few of these examples of like AI music and AI singing, which is really I actually want to puke thinking about it. But anyway, let's... I hate everything about you. Why? I mean, like, give me... So this guy plugged in, obviously it's probably not even anywhere near this guy's actual voice, but it's just like he's having a shit fit here because he thinks that like that's his voice. So, but I'm just, I'm kind of like, who would actually do that? Because they know it's not their voice. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, just let me know what you think in the comments. Let's move on to the next one. This is okay. So this one's a great example of this guy can't sing. His girlfriend's sitting there, but this is how they're marketing this thing that they want to sell you to you know, whatever, to buy this app or whatever, like, so you sound good. And this is what they use. They use the emotional technique of the fact that his girlfriend is like, all of a sudden now she wants to ride him because he sounds really good now, but it's not. Look. She's like, oh yeah, I'd hit that. Now this is hilarious because if you listen to it, English is not her first language. I'm not ripping her up about that, but it's like, just listen to the way the pronunciation and the, well, not enunciation, but the pronunciation, not pronunciation. I can't even pronounce pronunciation. Oh my God. We're all doomed. We're doomed. If you be the cash, I be the rubber band. Like it's like, if you be the cash, I be the rubber band. And I thought it was robber babe, but I don't know, man. Who am I to know? I'm just some guy on the internet. If you be the cash, I'll be the rubber band. You be the match, I will be the fuse. Now all of a sudden, everything is great because it's not her voice. Everything is great. She thinks like life is great because it's. Here's just another example of like. Okay. So it's just another example of like AI and like, oh, here's another example of like AI. Let's make you look better with AI. So someone hits up your Tinder profile or your Grindr profile, whatever. I don't know. I don't judge. Here's another one. This is like.
What happens when you're a singer, you're sick, but you still need to deliver a vocal track?
Yeah, she sneezed, so you know she's sick. Because if she didn't go, achoo, you would think that lady's not sick. And this is, what are they trying to sell?
With Studio, I can write my vocal melody in MIDI, enter the lyrics.
I shouldn't even be advertising for these people, but like, so she writes in, I just
create professional sounding vocals using AI technology. It's super flexible.
So she puts in the words, so you put in the lyrics, and then here you pick a voice.
You can experiment with different singers, textures, and energy levels.
And now they're getting in a lot of trouble for using singers that are like actual singers. So I know that, I mean, there's somebody that I follow, top music attorney. I don't know if you've ever seen any of her videos, but she's incredible. She really digs into the AI stuff. And she digs into the fact that if you create something on Suno, you like whatever Suno, or what's the other one? Udio, like you just type in like your prompt and then you get a song. Now that song is owned by Suno or Udio. It's not owned by you. So if you just go, hey, look, I blah, 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 and then you go to use that for something, the copyright is owned by the company that you did it. Now, so I know there is some change if you actually wrote the lyrics yourself or something like that. There's a little bit of a kind of a partial copyright that you can have. But anyway, like, why do it? Like, but anyway, I do it for marketing purposes,
to find the perfect match for your track.
So like she's goofing around with this thing. Now I listened to Bruce Dickinson, this Tea Time interview on the Charismatic Voice, and he was talking about when he goes into the studio, he just records like everything that he's gonna do, and he's like, well, like they were amazed. They were like, well, most guys just sing a chorus and they just like copy and paste and whatever. He's like, by the time you're done dicking around with all that with the Pro Tools stuff, I would have done the thing anyway. So like, but you see what this lady here is doing is she's having to modify the accents, and so the modulation of the voice, right, to make it like softer or louder or whatever, the dynamics of the voice, I should say.
With choir mode, I can easily create rich and layered harmonies.
I mean, but like, look at it, look how long it's taken, and like, so she's taking this. Like, she could have just gotten better from getting sick. Here's another one. This is just like some dude.
There's one guitar pattern pros use, but never talk about.
But his lips don't show. Like, it's like watching those old, like, it's like watching those old kind of kung fu movies or whatever, you know, where it was like they're dubbed into English, but they didn't change the thing. Obviously, but they didn't change the movie. But it's just like the lips don't sync with the sound, and it's just goofy. This is like, this here is an example of what I believe AI music to be, is like something solving a problem that didn't exist, which is a glut of mediocre music. So like if you, and I'm not saying this like because I'm like a great songwriter or anything. I mean, you can go to my Instagram and look at my stories, and like I wrote a song a day for like over a year. Now it's just like a verse and a chorus or something, but you can go to that and you can look and see like kind of, you know, what, anyway, don't go look at that. Just never mind. Just stay watching this video. But I'm not saying I'm a great songwriter. What I'm saying is just because you can write a song with AI doesn't mean that you should, because there's enough music out there by actual artists, right? And I say mediocre music because like not everybody's a great songwriter. There is a lot of music out there that like you just go like, oh, I wouldn't listen to that really. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, that's not really my cup of tea or a cup of coffee or whatever you choose to drink. But anyway, this is an example of just because you can write a song doesn't mean you should.
I used to think I was doing everything right, treats, belly rubs, and long walks.
I mean, like it's actually like kind of, it just doesn't, like the way it doesn't flow is so disgusting. Now I know AI is at a point right now where it's kind of like, it's not great and blah, blah, blah. And you can tell when somebody's done an AI video, you can hear that like kind of oversaturated vocal. It's just like they put it through an American Metal distortion pedal. I had one of those DOD distortion pedals. Do not recommend. It was terrible. Like it was, but I still have it. I think it was the worst. I don't even know why, because it's the worst. Probably just in case I have to hammer something in or whatever. And I don't have a hammer near me. Anyway, so let's move on.
But no matter how much I spoiled Buddy, his behavior only got worse. He pulled on the leash, barked excessively, ignored.
Okay, so that's like, I mean, Give me a break. Anyway, this one is like, I mean, it was like, you could kind of go, yeah, I can listen to that. I mean, but you wouldn't go like, that's my favorite song. You wouldn't play it for somebody. You wouldn't be like, hey, check this song. Or would you? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Are you retarded? Let me know in the comments below if you're a retard. Because, yeah. Anyway, but if you actually are retarded, I'm sorry. I love you all the same. I don't judge. I love everyone all the same. This one is particularly like mind-blowing because it's like she says, I created my own song about the breakup. Now let's just listen to how much of her own heart, her own emotion goes into this song. Well, not listen, but let's watch. Okay, so let's check this out. And I favorited that by mistake.
I created my own song about the breakup. I just typed in what I wanted the song to be about.
Oh, that's all she did. I just typed in what I wanted the song. So this is a pouring of her emotions. Make a song to help me get through the breakup. Like, folks, if that's the entirety of your emotion about a breakup, it ain't that bad that you need to go and ask AI to write you a song. Please, God, don't do that, because you're going to have a song, you're going to listen to it, you're like, what the... Seriously, come on.
The style I wanted, and the app did everything in just a few minutes.
The style, the voice.
I was blown away by the results.
So let's listen. It sounds like AI all of a sudden, like it just does. It's just like that digitized voice. But let's just kind of like, this is the outpouring of the emotion that she put in, right? I mean, come on, like, don't do that. This is an example of Rogan. Somebody using
new brand from Germany.
Somebody using Rogan for like, AI, like, cause it's just disgusting what they're doing with AI. Like, it's just disgusting, right? Don't do it, please. Do not do it. It's like drink driving or something like that. Don't let your friends get friends haircuts. That's a Alice in Chains Unplugged reference, if you know. So this lady here, she hears her AI voice singing, and let's just see her reaction, because this is going to be amazing.
But she didn't have to cut me off. Make it like it never happened and that we were nothing.
That was her AI voice, and she's like, God, that's me. I mean, like, who has that kind of reaction? Who has that reaction? This is just another ad. This guy's hilarious.
I'm probably the only person online who shares every single one of my trades completely for free. I live stream on Twitch.
He live streams. I live stream. So, like, AI is pretty crap sometimes now. But the problem is, I guess, overall, for that, is that it hasn't been around that long doing what I'm talking about, like with making songs and stuff like that. So I guess the thing is like, 2-3 years ago, we would have never thought that you could just type in something and then a song would emerge out of your computer. That's what scares me, because we're at the beginning stages of this. So in another couple of years, who's to say? He may say that he live streams on Twitch. I mean, like, really important message here from Bill Gates. He has a lot of great things to say about AI. And I think because of his track record with, like, vaccines and or whatever his association with Epstein.
A little bit unknown. Yeah. Will we be able to shape it? And so legitimately, people are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things. We'll decide.
We'll decide. Who's the we in that? Billionaires will decide who we need humans for? I think that's the we he's talking about. I don't think it's you and me. I mean, let me know in the comments below what you think about his sort of track record. Anyway. That's just another example. I have so many of these to get. Here's another. It's not just curiosity. It's disobedience, difficult on a leash. I mean, like, that doesn't flow at all. Like, it's not like a. No, it doesn't flow right. Now, this is an example here of, like, taking an AI image with, I think, is an actual voice. I'm not going to play too much of it, but like. I mean, like, come on here. There's another, just all these examples of. I mean, it's like the way it doesn't flow is just like so. It's absurd the way it doesn't flow. Let's just see. I get so many of these. Like what? I get all these like depression ones here. Procrastination. I mean, and like, there's another one that just. Let me just see here. I think there's one that's a really good one. That's the finale. Let me see.
You remember this song?
Oh yeah, this one's good. Okay, so I'm gonna mute that because I don't want to get copyright stricken. But this guy talks about
Sonic drums and put them on a country record. That's where fader comes in.
We're going to head to fader.com.
So we're going to steal.
It finds the key and the BPM.
We're going to steal something from Nirvana.
Separate all the main instruments from each other.
Okay, so we're going to steal something from Nirvana and then we're going to put in ours. That also, like the whole thing of AI and stealing music and just like, I mean, like, it's not like sampling. It's like just like ripping people off. Like, and it's not controlled. And I don't want billionaires deciding who is going to be around and who's going to be needed in the future. I mean, like that's my own personal opinion. I don't like AI if you can get the gist of my whole thing. But I am going to play something for you in a minute here. After this, watch this. Okay. This guy's losing his shit here because of how incredible he sounds. Like I'm going to mute that because I don't get cut. But look, like it's not her. It's not you. It's not your actual voice.
Download now.
I mean, come on. It's not. Oh my God. What am I doing here? Oh, anyway. Oh, actually, there's one more thing I wanted to do. Just before I go anywhere, because I was there the other day. I was there, here, there, everywhere, something. And I was thinking about AI music in general. And I was thinking about how, okay, I don't know if you've heard of the Velvet Disaster, the Velvet Sundown. Okay, I don't want to, okay. So anyway, like I said, like I never listened to that. And I said, well, let me actually listen to it. I'll give it a chance, okay? Let me just give it a chance. So I said, let me listen to this, right? And I was surprised that I didn't want to throw the phone across the room. But there is something about it. Okay, so there, like if you listen to a couple, I'm just gonna play a few, like a little bit of tidbits of some stuff.
Slow. Tell me, brother, where do we go?
Okay, so that's the song. That has the most plays. That's called "Dust in the," not "Dust in the Wind," "Dust on the Wind." Okay, so a little take on "Dust in the Wind." All we are is dust in the wind. Okay, so it's not. I don't know why they obviously chose "Dust on the Wind," but anyway, there's a vibe of all this now, and I was kind of like, I was in a mood already. I was already in I was in a melancholic mood thinking about all this stuff. And it actually made me a little bit worse. And I was like, is this actually making me feel like a computer thing is actually like because I thought the whole thing about music is the feeling. So you're pouring your emotions. Like I was talking about that other girl there, like she just typed in something. It didn't even put any emotion into it. And it came out with this thing. It was like, for me, it wasn't anywhere by any stretch emotional, but I started thinking like, is this like not what I thought it would be. There's a vibe. There's something there. I mean, like,
Past the noise, past the name in the stars.
it's very similar to the other one. Okay. So like this is too, like this is along the same.
Boys with guns, but no way home.
I mean, there's a vibe there. There's a vibe there. I'm not saying I like it. So no, I haven't gone retarded in the last 10 minutes that I know of. Maybe I was always retarded. And again, if you're retarded, I love you.
Sing it low and sing it right.
I mean, there's a vibe in the song. It's not something that I would like put on and be like, hey, this is great. Maybe like background music or something. I don't know, but I'm not gonna like. I'm not going to Velvet's. Oh wait, they don't have concerts. I'm not going to their concert because they don't have concerts because they're a friggin' I, folks. That's another thing. They're not going to do it. Like even if like.
Send no heroes, just the brave. We want peace.
I mean, that's the little Pink Floydy there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's one of the prompts that they put in, but it's got a little bit of that vibe to it. So I'm not going to play any more of that crap because I just don't like it's because of AI. I'm not going to listen to it because it's AI. But if I wasn't so against AI, I might actually put that on. So that's what scares me. And that's what has me kind of thinking everything that I said before this video, is it or not before right now, before this video and before this listening to that, I'm thinking like, is there a place for AI music? Like, am I just an old guy yelling at clouds? Am I just too close-minded about AI music? Is it just that I love humans so friggin' much that I don't want to see creative humans like not have that purpose fulfilled? Like, I mean, if you're a songwriter, if you love singing and playing music and like, you know, let me know, is that something that worries you too? Or am I just like, I don't know, man. I just, that makes me even more sad that I didn't hate that with all of my heart because I wanted to. And I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think. Let me know your comments below. I'm going to go flog myself for listening to that and exposing you to it. I hope you don't go listen. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't care what you do. I love you. Rock your best focus where your best keeps getting better. And see you on the next one. Like and subscribe, by the way, because nobody does. And whatever. See ya.